Okay, hello friends and beautiful people of the internet. Welcome back to my channel. If this is the first time you're seeing me, hello, it's great to meet you. Long time no see. I'm sorry I didn't upload for close to a month. Right after I released my previous video, I went on vacation, and then as soon as I got back, I've just been starting my new university course and all this other shit in my life, which has been like really taking all of my time away. So I haven't really had a chance to do any of this or any of my other hobbies really. So it's good to be back. Before I start with this video, I want to preface it with a massive thank you for all the support on the video that the most recent video I released before this one. That was like actually fucking insane. I was not expecting it to get the reception that it did at all, and it's crazy to see, like, I don't know, that there's people out there that resonate with the things that I have to say and people that think the same way as me. Like, it's really cool, and I'm really glad to, I say met, and I don't mean it in a parasocial way, but like, I don't know, internet communities are weird like that, but it's cool. It's cool to see all these people. So yeah, thank you. And thank you to everyone who commented and subscribed and everything like that. Like, you guys are the best. And I really hope that you continue to enjoy the shit that I put out there. Now, you might be wondering, why am I in the parking lot? Well, it's been raining nonstop for like a week and a half where I live. And I realized that I don't own a fucking umbrella. And I feel like umbrellas are like one of those like things that you're just meant to own as an adult, but I've never gone out and bought an umbrella. So I came here to Bunnings to try buy an umbrella, and there was no fucking umbrellas. But I need one because today, which you guys are joining me for, I'm filming the shots for my first university project. So I was like, fuck it, let me bring you guys with me. So I need an umbrella because I've got a camera and it's raining outside, and I'm not trying to destroy my camera. So I am now the proud owner, of a fucking beach umbrella. I don't know how well this is gonna work, but it's worth a shot. And if it doesn't work, I'm gonna have to figure something out. So fingers crossed it does work, but yeah, I don't know. I'm considering maybe going back to my house and getting towels to put on top of it, because if it's not waterproof, then the towels will absorb the water. You know what I mean? Oh yeah, so some context, sorry, for what I'm filming with my university project. We're filming I guess like a retelling of the story of Sisyphus, but it's being animated by one of my classmates who does visual arts, and being edited by one of my friends who does editing and VFX, and it's been written by some of my friends who have doing the creative writing, creative arts sort of thing. So it's all a very collaborative thing, which is really cool. So I need to go get the shots of Hill and some establishing shots of like rain and that sort of thing of when he's being persecuted by the gods. And I had a hill in mind, which granted is like an hour's drive to go to it and then an hour back, which is doable in terms of time. But because it's been raining for a week straight, a lot of the roads are closed from flooding. So I am just gonna try and go. And if it doesn't work, then fuck it, I'll find a different hill. But I have a feeling that it's not going to be able to be reached, which is fucking annoying. Like, I drive a small car. Maybe you guys have seen it. I can't remember. I drive a little Volkswagen Golf, so it's not like my car can really go through water like that. So fingers crossed it'll be okay. I might actually just swing back to my house and get these towels. I guess it'll be better to have the towels and not use them than to need the towels and not have them. You know, the classic. So, yeah. But yeah, it's good to see you guys again. Yeah, I'm gonna go grab these towels and then we'll go from there. I came back home to look for the towels, and then I realized, because I had to go into the shed because one of the props that I needed was a shovel to film this. I didn't have my shovel. Go into the shed. What do I find? An umbrella, a normal one. So now I just own a beach umbrella, which is fine because I'm sure at some point it'll come in handy, like camping or something. But still, I feel like an idiot, man. I should have just looked. But anyways, now I'm going to go and start filming this thing. There is a bigger topic that I wanted to discuss throughout the course of this video, which is, I guess, my observations on identity, like within myself. So if you guys are keen for that, I'm gonna be talking about that. For now, let's just drive out there and we'll see, because I have a feeling that I'm only gonna make it like 10-15 minutes. And I figured that whilst I'm driving, I can show you guys some of the music that I like. So I was just going to, that's not a bad angle. Let me clip this onto my shirt. I was just gonna hit shuffle play on my liked songs and go through all of the music that I like, that I have liked, that I no longer like, from years and years past, while we do this little drive thing. and then go from there. So yeah, let's do it. I hope you don't fall. This is weird. Oh yeah, the air conditioning in my car broke like a couple weeks ago. It's like, I just need to get it fixed, but I fucking like, whenever there's like a really important task that I need to do, I get like this paralysis where it's like hard for me to actually do it, you know what I mean? Like when I was first like starting doing therapy and stuff, it was so difficult for me to do the first session just because in my head it was like I was so paralyzed trying to go out there and make it happen, you know what I mean? And I'm having the same shit here with my car. Like I know I need to get the aircon fixed so bad, but it's just like, I actually have to do it, which like for some reason I just don't, which is so dumb. But anyways, let's listen to some music. So, what do we got? We both like apple cider, but your hair is smelling like fruit punch, and I don't even like you that much. Wait, I do. Fuck. Call me at midnight. Oh, okay. I love this band. I've been on this band for ages. This band's called Ovlov, bro. These guys are fucking dope. You should have your way, 'cause I was born this way. Why'd you have to live? Man, this song is a fucking classic, okay? This song, man, in middle school, holy fuck. This is one of the OGs, bro. Sick Boy Rari, Pioneer. Stop at my bash out, shawty tap out, trap house, fuck a trap house, know when the wind's out. All I see, all I hear to see is mommy crazy, princess, but my fatty. Marvelous, bitch, you marvelous, muscle the crazy shawty. This is me thinking about you every day, sometimes for hours, sometimes in passing. Saw you from the bottom of the staircase, stood out for hours as you complained about how you haven't seen your friends yet, that you're too drunk to stand and you're not knowing if you can love him forever. I used to call you crook, called you a bandit, there ain't no other good damn reason why my heart even goes missing for so many months, where I was wishing that you would stop pretending. Remember all those callous nights when I told you I loved you, and you'd never forget it. Oh, just forget it. You weren't the only one that thought of us that way. I spend most nights awake, wide awake. Man, I fucking love this song. Oh my God. What a fucking banger. What a fucking classic Midwest emo banger, bro. All right, let's see what's next. Oh my God. Hand on my heart for the national anthem. God bless America. This is a song called Space Woman, and it is by the Breeders. And my good friend, who no longer lives in the same city as me, showed me this song. And this artist as a whole, the Breeders, always makes me think of him. And it kind of breaks my heart. I really do miss him. I mean, he hasn't lived in the same city as me in like 2 years. And fuck, man, I don't know. It just hurts. Like, it's always so painful when people that you love move away. And it's not as if we don't keep in contact or anything. Like, we still speak quite frequently, but like, it just reminds me of him, and it reminds me of my childhood, because we would always, you know, skateboard and stuff together when we were kids, and I don't know. This song's really good though. That's another video that I want to make, like, which I'm actually planning on making, which is going to be a little bit more artistic, I guess, than the other ones that I've made, which is just on like longing and heartbreak. I feel like I've gone through so much heartbreak in like people that I once knew, or the versions of myself that I once knew. And I feel like it's like a pain that I hold in my heart, like permanently. And I'm wondering if that's a feeling that you guys also feel. So I don't know. I want to make a longer video on that, but for now, let's just enjoy this song together, because this song is a beautiful one, actually. I love this song a lot. When you look out at your big light show, do you ever want to turn around and go, hitting every green light on the long way home? Okay, well, it looks like I am actually going to be able to drive out to this hill, which is awesome. So that gives me time to speak about what I wanted to in this video, which has been my personal exploration of identity and my own struggle with identity in the last couple weeks, couple months. Yeah, so as you guys know from my previous video, I just went through a breakup of a relationship of 2 years. I just dropped out of my university course. I just turned 20, and I'm trying to figure out who I am, how I exist, all of that sort of fun stuff, as everyone does when they sort of hit that age. It's the early life crisis, I guess you could call it. And within that, I was struggling with my idea of identity, who I am as a person, what I am, what I want to be, what I can be, and all of these like infinitely difficult what if, how, where, when sort of questions, you know what I mean? And within that, I'd come to realize that I think for the longest time, I had been basing my idea of my own personal identity off of the hypothetical interpretation of me from other people. I would think about, okay, well, this is how I think I'm perceived, so this must be how I am, which is false. Who I am as a person has nothing to do with how other people see me, but it has instead everything to do with how I see myself. That's the most important thing, I think, in terms of identity, is your identity is you. That's all it boils down to. Other people's perceptions of you are not congruent. Different people are going to perceive you in different ways, and so that can't be your identity. The only congruent perception of yourself is from you. And so then I started really thinking about, okay, well, like stripping back everything. I can't remember where I heard it, but I remember hearing this thing where it's like to try and strip back your identity, to introducing yourself to someone new without saying your job or what you're studying or your hobbies, taking away these external factors and who are you. And that was a difficult thing to do, of course. And I mean, if you want to pause this video and try, maybe it'll be an interesting thought experiment for you to do as well. And yeah, I don't know, like trying to strip back those layers and realizing that I have based my identity on not material things as in possessions, but like, oh, this is me because I do this, which I guess is true to an extent, but not this is me because I am this, you know what I mean? And when it came down to it, like I came to realize that like I'm an artist. I think that's what I've always been. And that's how I would perceive myself, and that's my identity, I think. And it's not like that's just set in stone. Obviously, identity is an ever-changing thing. I mean, looking back on who I was when I was like 16 as opposed to now are very different people. And especially like being, from shifting into adulthood and like, oh my God, like my frontal lobe is actually developing, and like, oh, the memes are actually right, where like I am actually like locking in with my life and who I am and what I want to be, and prioritizing myself over just like cheap thrills, I suppose. So yeah, I don't know, that's been my personal struggle. Like, and then I went on vacation, and I was on vacation with two of my good friends, and that was a really interesting path in self-discovery for me, because it almost made me realize that I'm not a freak, which might sound weird, but I mean it in the sense of like, I've always felt like I've struggled socially, and I still do now to this day, where I'm not sure what it is. I think it might be because of like being anxious or something, but I feel like initially when I meet people, I can be quite standoffish, or at least in my own head. Maybe not outwardly standoffish, but in my own head. it's like I catch myself doing it, and it's a cycle which I've been trying to stop. Like catching myself being bitter as a crutch because I'm scared. You know, I'm scared of the judgment of this person, or I'm scared of having to let my own walls down and allow this person in, I think more so. And that's not healthy, you know? And like even when I'm with my friends and we meet someone new, it's always felt like they've been able to connect with these people way easier than I have, and I'm just there. But this going on vacation, I was really going out and trying to force myself to be social. I tried to speak to at least one random person every day and try and get the conversation just a little bit further than the surface level, you know? And that was a really intentional effort. And it was small things like just giving strangers random compliments like, oh, you know, wow, I love your tattoos, or oh, bro, nice shirt, like something like that. Or just actually talking to people, like even when there wasn't necessarily a need to. Like, so I was in a different city, and you know, instead of like just looking up certain things, I would just be like, oh, let me just ask someone for help, and like try and, you know, just get used to going out of my way to speak to people, I suppose. Which sounds stupid, but I don't know. I felt pretty proud of myself for being able to do it, and that's really helped me. And then, yeah, that trip also allowed me to sort of help solidify my personal identity, you know? Okay, well, this is who I am, and I'm okay with being me, and people are okay with me as well. Like, I'm not a freak. I'm not terrible. Like, people are okay with just talking to me without knowing me. And people, after talking to me for the first time, want to continue talking to me. Which, again, sounds pathetic. It sounds dumb, but I don't know. It meant a lot to me in that moment. Like, and it still does. It's like, when I'm feeling anxious, I look back on it and I'm like, it's okay. Like, I've done this before. I've done worse. Like, it's all right. It's all right. So it's dumb, but it's worked and it's helped. So, I mean, how dumb can it really be, you know? So yeah, that's kind of what I've been up to. And I guess within all of that, it all encompasses into the discovery of identity, you know what I mean? And it's a strange and difficult and interesting process. And I'm sure that my concept of my own self-identity is going to change, like, which is kind of the whole point and kind of what you want. I feel like if your identity isn't changing, you're not really putting yourself out there in the same way. Like, I want to be meeting new people. I want to try everything. I want to, you know, you have to be certain people at certain points to know that you aren't that person, because how else would you know? You know what I mean? And that's why I try not to hold people's pasts against them. Like, when you meet someone and they tell you something and you might be like, wow, that's actually insane as fuck that you did that. Within reason, you know what I mean? If someone told me, oh yeah, I murdered my little sister, I'd be like, yo, like, I'm not ever talking to you again. But you know, like, if someone was like, oh, like, yeah, I had this period where I slept with like 100 people, or I had this period where I like was like, you know, doing heaps of drugs or selling drugs, or something like that, like something which is like usually societally frowned upon. Like, people change and people go through periods, and you have to be certain people to know that you aren't that person, you know? Like, you can know without it, but I don't know. I don't think you should hold people's pasts against them within reason. You're not obligated to forgive everyone for everything, but I think people deserve grace, especially if you're a young person like me. Like, bro, we've all done shit that we wish we didn't. You know, that's a universal thing. We've all made mistakes, and someone's previous identity doesn't define their past identity, because identity is fluid. You know, identity is just you. It's not like a tangible thing of, oh yeah, this person is this, and this person is this. Everyone is an amalgamation of everything and everyone all at once. So yeah, I don't know. Those are my thoughts on identity. I'm gonna stop recording because I've been recording for like 30 minutes and this is gonna be a pain to edit. But I'm gonna update you guys when I get to this hill. So yeah. After like an hour and something of driving, I finally made it to the fucking hill that I want. This felt like such an unnecessarily difficult adventure, but it's in the sake of art, and you know, I had this idea in my head, so gotta commit to it, and fuck it, I'm already here. So I'm gonna get all my things set up, because I gotta get these various different shots of this hill. I think there's I don't know what that is, like a spooky. So, but before I do that, I guess, let me show you guys my rough storyboard shot list thing that, yeah, my group and I made. And so you can see sort of what I'm going for with this. So give me one sec. Now, obviously I'm not a visual artist, so do not flame me for my drawing. So these are the rough shots for what I need to get of this hill. And then I have as well a set of shots which are for like the first act. So these are other ones of like rain pouring and various sky shots, and then some stuff that I need to film of myself as well. So I'm gonna try to smash all of that out, because then I gotta fucking drive all the way back and I have work this afternoon. So I'm feeling like a little bit of time pressure, but first things first, I'm gonna get these shots of this hill. So I'm gonna set things up and you guys can join me for that. So I'm here. There's a slight hurdle, but it's one that I'm just gonna have to deal with. It's kind of treacherous. So that's where the shot is. I've got the tripod and shit over there. I'm not sure if you can see it because the hill's up there. But there's this section here which is just so fucking treacherous to get through. Sorry, the truck's going past. Look at this, man. My shoes are fucking soaked. Like, there's actually no way around this without just, like, I just genuinely have to wade through this disgusting water, bro. Which is like not what I want to be doing at all. But, you know, every bad experience in the present becomes a funny story later. I was more concerned that there might be snakes here in this treacherous little path, but little did I know, my feet would be going for a swim. I can feel the water in my shoes, bro. They're so drenched. But hey, it's all in the name of art, baby, so I don't know. All right, so let me show you guys my setup. So this is my baby. This is my VX 2100. And then this is the hill. So the first shot that I'm going to get is these two establishing shots which require me to move the camera because the rest are all static. So this one's zoomed in starting from the bottom going up, and this one's from the side going towards it. So those are the two I'm gonna film first. And then I gotta do these static shots of just like full frontal and yeah, side shots. And then I get to do like the fun experimental shit, and then I get to go home. Okay, so I got like half of the shots that I wanted before my camera decided to just die, which is really stressing me out, because I'm stressed out because I'm anxious that I've let my group down because I'm not going to be able to record this. I mean, I can just come on a different day, but then like that's granted if my camera fixes itself. But also, this camera is like the closest thing I have to a prized possession. I'm not really a materialistic person, but I love this fucking camera. So I'm stressed out. Like, it wasn't working, and then like I took the battery out for a second, and then like called my friend to be like, yo, do you know what I should do? Like, because I'd tried all the troubleshooting stuff. And then I just tried turning it randomly on, and then it turned back on again, and then it just died again. So like, I'm hoping that it'll just turn back on. And like, I'm not so stressed because I know that what I have is enough, but it's not what I want. And it's just like such an unnecessarily like added level of stress that didn't need to happen. I'm stressed out. Fingers crossed that it'll just turn back on. You know what, actually, let me, let's do it together, shall we? Shall we? It's got the quick release on it. Let's do it together. See, nothing! Nothing! And nothing through the viewfinder. It's just nothing. And like, even when I do the classic old camera trick of like, give it a fucking bit of a whack and a shake, it's just cooked. Like, it's showing power here on the side. So I don't know. I have another camcorder which I'm gonna use for the other stuff. I may as well because I'm here, but it's just like, bro, what the actual fuck? But anyways, life goes on. Got my other camera. Got the fucking beach umbrella, so I guess it paid off after all because the big rain's coming. I'm just gonna record everything. I'm gonna try my big camera one more time. If it doesn't work, I'm just gonna accept it for what it is. I think I have enough footage, so it should be okay. I'm just gonna try to get this done real quick because then I have to go to work back the way that I came, so yeah. Okay, well, I'm gonna leave this video here because I'm done recording, I'm about to leave. I ended up just shooting the last of those clips with my camcorder, as you saw. The two cameras somewhat look the same. I mean, so hopefully it'll turn out okay. There isn't much else I can really do. So thank you guys so much if you watched all the way to the end. I love you very much. It's good to see you guys again. Hopefully this video hasn't been too boring, and I apologize for kind of crashing out, but today has been really like unnecessarily stressful for me. My camera breaking, my feet are drenched, like I'm stressed because I might be late to work, so I apologize. But I guess, you know, that's whole part of this channel is for me to be very open, very raw, and very honest, so you can see what I'm like as a person. But yeah, I love you. I hope you guys look after yourselves, take care, and I'm gonna try upload a little bit more frequently, so I'll see you again soon. Peace.